I can't believe it, tribe. No, not that it's another 31-degree day here in the UK in my Steambox room in sunny Barry. No, what I really can't believe is that we are actually getting a JML lifter, and it is going to be Jedi training Leia. This is absolutely sick. I've not looked at the kit yet. Let's you and I get together right here, right now, and just have a gander, shall we? Is it going to be any good? Who knows? And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. 15 hours ago, I think Meathead is mad at me for some reason. Because, you know, this released at like nearly 2 a.m. my local time. Does he not care about me having to cover stuff in Galaxy of Heroes? It's almost like I am not a priority to Meathead. Dang it, Meathead. Dang it, CG. Maybe I just need to move to the States. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, kit reveal. Okay, I'll be honest. As much as we've all wanted a lifter for JML, and particularly with the light of Jedi Knight Revan getting yoinked away to go and play games with Satele, we all wanted a lifter, and Jedi Training Leia is one of those units that we bandied around, saying, you know, it could be Jedi Training Leia, it could be Force Ghost Yoda or something like that. I'm surprised we actually got it, though. Like, I'm surprised we actually got it. I'm happy, but I am surprised. Nobody saw this one coming, I'm sure. Or if they did, they didn't really actually think it was coming. They just thought, this would be cool. All right, unit name, Leia Jedi Training. She is a light side attacker and Jedi. No other tags. She is not, you know, not Rebel, not New Republic, not Galactic Republic, just those two tags. So not very many tags on this girl. All right, okay, abilities, basic, tactical strike. That's very loud, CG. Let's put this to a more reasonable level. All right, so it's just leap forward, one-handed slash. That's fine. That's perfectly acceptable for a basic. Final text, deal physical damage to the target enemy twice. Okay. If Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is the ally in the leader slot, if the enemy has speed equal to or higher than Leia Jedi Training, she gains Jedi Lessons for 3 turns. Okay, maximum of 3 stacks. Okay, fine. If the target enemy has speed lower than Leia, she deals another instance of damage for each time this ability has been used in battle, up to 3 times. Does that only increase once then? Because she already hits twice. Or does this add 3 times, so a maximum of 5? Unclear on that. I'm not sure. We'll find out soon, I guess. If it is not her turn, she gains 15% defense penetration, stacking for a turn. This attack cannot be countered. I like that. Basic can't be countered. Stacking defense penetration. I'm just thinking in JML's team with Inherited Teachings, you could call her to assist quite a bit, and she'll stack defense pen, which is kind of nice. Synergies. As part of her unique, Leia has some negative speed values in her kit, kind of like Jedi Knight Luke then. And Tactical Strike turns that drawback into an advantage by having different interactions based on the enemy's speed compared to her. This version of Leia is at the height of her Jedi training alongside Luke Skywalker. We liked this nod to our version of Luke, who has mechanics based on speed differentials, while also allowing us to explore different side of the design space. Clarity. At the start of Leia's turn, enemies will display an icon indicating whether their speed is higher or lower than hers. Nice quality of life indicator there, making it easy to identify which effect Tactical Strike will trigger. I like that. That's a good setup. Props to CG. Special 1, Instincts of the Force, a cooldown of 3 and a Zeta. Once again, really flipping loud. Ah, look at her. She does a little pirouette kick thing. Let's try that again. So upward slash, and then she kicks them right in the nads. I feel like that's going directly to the ghoulies. Okay, so deal physical damage to the target enemy twice, dealing 25% bonus damage, maximum of 200%, for each stack of Jedi Lessons gained by Jedi allies in this battle. That's kind of cool. So yeah, after what, 8 times? After 8 instances of Jedi Lessons being gained, she's going to max out this damage output, which can't be evaded. Oh, nice. It also can't be evaded, that's good. Inflict off balance on the target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be resisted, and reduce the cooldowns of the final lesson by 1 for each critical hit scored. For each critical hit scored. Twice. Okay, so you could reduce it by 2. That's kind of nifty. We'll see what the cooldown is that later. If Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is in the leader slot, if the enemy is inflicted by ability block, buff immunity, or daze, which can be dispelled, dispel them and inflict ability block, buff immunity, or daze for 1 turn. Okay. So we're just increasing the length of those debuffs, I guess, which can't be dispelled or resisted. If they are not inflicted by those debuffs, increase the target enemy's cooldowns by 2, and Jedi allies gain foresight for 2 turns. I almost prefer this. I almost prefer this. That's kind of cool. This ability can deal a high amount of damage depending on how many Jedi Lessons stacks are gained by Jedi allies. Now, you fooled me before, CG, with high single target damage. Is this actually high single? I know the numbers are high, but does it actually translate? Alright. Since allies stop gaining Jedi Lessons after receiving Legacy, players will want to carefully consider the timing of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's ultimate to maximize the value of this attack. Jedi Lessons is not widely utilized throughout our existing kit, so this is an opportunity to tap into another thematic design space we don't often get to, whilst also fulfilling some mechanical needs we had for the team. Okay. If they are inflicted by undispellable ability block, they won't be affected by those buffs again, and they can't be dispelled. In fact, they will get other benefits, which are increasing the enemy's cooldown. Oh, so if they're actually locked in, you get the cooldown increase. That's cool. I like that. It doesn't just fail. Nice. Special 2, the final lesson. So cooldown of 4. So when you use this, you're going to decrease the cooldown of this by 2. That's kind of nice, if I'm reading that right. So it's an AoE, and she drops the lightsaber. This reminds me of Peridia, Death Trooper Peridia with the grenade, who runs forward, drops the grenade, and gets blown up by it. That's what this reminds me of. Like it's just like, take that, and oh, whoops, let me grab that. The height of her Jedi training. All right, deal physical damage to the target enemy. Jedi allies gain 50% offense for 1 turn. That's nice. She's an attacker. If she does good damage, that's kind of huge. JML. Surprisingly, he can hit really hard with Efflux. And of course, you've got Jedi Knight Luke as well. Jedi Allies' protection recovery is increased by 10%, and all enemies' protection recovery is reduced by 10% for each time this ability is used until the end of battle. I know we recover a bit of protection when we use Inherited Teachings, right? I think it's like 5% protection recovery increase. And this doesn't seem to have a cap. That's kind of cool. Makes the team a little bit more survivable. If Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is in the leader ally slot, he gains 10% ult charge and an additional 10% ult charge per stack of Jedi Lessons she has. So that can do up like 40%. That's kind of wild. Remove 100% turn meter from the target enemy, which cannot be resisted. Whoa! That's a really good ability. 50% offense for a turn. Increase your protection recovery, decrease their protection recovery. Massive amounts, like this one attack can give so much ult charge, and you have an unresistible 100% turn meter removal from the target. Deal additional effects based on the target enemy. Oh, that's kind of like GL Leia, right? GL Leia can do different effects based on their type. Attackers, dispel buffs on the target enemy, inflict offense down for 2 turns, can't be dispelled or resisted. Dispel buffs on debuffs on Jedi Leia, and inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. Call all other Jedi allies to assist, inflict defense down. This will shred tanks. That will shred tanks. That's awesome. Oh, it's also got an Omicron. In Grand Arena, if Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is in the ally leader slot, deal an additional instance of damage to all enemies based on Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's max protection, and dispel all debuffs on all allies. So that's basically like doing an Inherited Teachings from JML on the whole enemy team. That's like an AoE 100k plus attack. I likey this ability. This is gonna clap cheeks. The final lesson serves as one of the primary ways that Leia supports Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's ultimate. As Leia accumulates Jedi lessons, she helps Luke gain additional ult charge, allowing him to reach his ultimate earlier, whilst rewarding players who have invested in the build-up of those stacks. The role-specific effects also allow Leia to adapt to her response based on the enemies she's facing. Those mechanics were from GL Leia Organa's kit. We enjoyed revisiting the Divine Space and give it a different lens. Yeah. The protection recovery is reduced incrementally. For example, the first time it's used, it will reduce their recovery by 10%. Next time, 21%. Then, after that, by 33%. Ah, that's good. I like it. I like it a lot. It's because it's stacking. It's looking at, 110% basically, or whatever, and so on. So in theory, if used enough times, it will reduce enemies' recovery to 0, i.e. they can't recover protection at all. I don't think protection recovery is like a massive thing. It's becoming more common, but it's still cool. I like that. I'm actually more interested that it's increasing our protection recovery. The Unchosen Path, Zeta and Omicron. Her unique. At the start of battle, Leia has negative 50 speed. Whenever she attacks out of turn, she gains a stack of Force Connection, and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker gains 10% max protection, stacking up to 100%. So he's going to get tanky. This will not increase the damage that you deal with Inherited Teachings because it's based on his base max protection at the start of battle. Takes into account mods, takes into account datacrons, but it does not take into account additional stacking max protection, to my knowledge. Until the end of battle, she gains 50 speed whenever she gains a stack of Jedi Lessons, stacking up to a maximum of 150. Okay. When I say it stacks with datacrons, the level 3 benefit, 15% increased protection, that doesn't count for JML's Inherited Teachings. But if you've got stats on the datacrons that give you 100% protection, right, the stats side of it, that does increase it. It's just like order of operations things. If Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is the ally in the leader slot, she attacks Leia Jedi Training's attacks critically hit if possible. So she always crits if he's the leader. That's kind of sick, unless they have, immunity to crit. That's cool. I like it. And she ends up being 100 speed faster than she was, which is also nice. When Jedi Master Luke Skywalker uses Heroic Stand, that's his ult, I believe, revive Jedi allies with 100% health and protection and grant them Jedi Legacy until the end of battle. Jedi allies recover 100% health and protection. So when he ults, he now has an AoE revive and full recover. That's kind of cool. And the Omicron, if Luke is in the leader slot, enemies defeated by Jedi allies can't be revived. That's nice. Whenever a Jedi ally is dazed or stunned, a random Jedi attacker gains a bonus turn. That's nice. It'll make this team good against JML. JML. It will, actually, but Lord Vader. At the start of each ally's turn, if Jedi Master Luke Skywalker has a 100% ult turn, he takes a bonus turn once per battle. That's kind of cool. So if he maxes out his ult, the next time you take a turn with a Jedi, he's going to gain a bonus turn. That's cool. It's only once, but that's still good. That means you can immediately go into the ult. That means you'll reset the cooldowns on all your allies. That's cool. Wanted to help Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's ultimate ability feel more impactful. Whilst other avenues to speed up the ult game process up, this ability focuses more on other aspects to help it feel more suitably powerful. Yeah. Always critically hitting has important synergy with Leia's first special ability, where she reduces the cooldowns of her second special ability with each critical hit. Yeah, we're not going to have to mod her for crit chance, because she's always going to be with Luke. She's always, that's going to be cool. You're basically going to go first special, second special, basic first special, second special. You're just going to be able to cycle that round and round and round. That's really cool. Yeah, she ramps up the effectiveness of the course of battle, becomes more proficient in the Force through Luke's lessons, becoming quicker and more efficient in her role. The bonus turn on Luke is having 100% ult charge, only works once. Yeah, that's stipulated. Order of operation would be someone takes their turn. If he's got 100% ult charge, he takes a bonus turn. If he doesn't use his ult, he won't get the bonus turn after that. Yeah, that's pretty clear. Unique 2, Disciple of the Force. Another Omicron. She's got 100% defense. Nice. If Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is in the ally leader slot, all Jedi allies have 100% max protection until the first time Leia is defeated. I'm not sure if this will impact his Jedi training, his Inherited Teachings. I don't think it does, because it's a unique. It happens after the start of battle. So I think this won't increase your damage output. At the start of each Jedi ally's turn, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker gains 5% ult charge. He's going to ult so quick. Whenever a Jedi ally damages an enemy, that ally recovers 10% protection. So this is going to ramp really heavily. We're going to have a lot of recovery here. Whenever a Jedi ally uses Inherited Teachings for the first turn, they get a bonus turn? Dude, I'm just thinking like Jedi Knight Luke. You use Inherited Teachings bonus turn, then you can AoE stun. That's great. The Omicron. If Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is taunting, Jedi allies take reduced damage from percentile health effects. And whenever a non-tank Jedi ally is damaged twice consecutively, that ally gains stealth for a turn. I mean, that's kind of cool. I like that. The reduced damage from percentile health effects is really going to help against things like Reaver, for example, right? Because things like Deathmark are no longer going to be an issue. If Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is the only version of Luke present, oh, I don't like this. What about Jedi Knight Luke? Whenever Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, Heroic, uses the They Grow Beyond, he inflicts protection disruption on the target enemy for one turn, which can't be dispelled, evaded, or resisted. Whenever he uses Efflux, he stuns all enemies for one turn. Okay, I mean, that's kind of crazy good. Because when he ults, his Efflux is on a 2-turn cooldown. And he gains turn meter when he uses it. Oh man, what's going to happen to Luke? I mean Jedi Knight Luke. I've been talking so much about Jedi Knight Luke, it feels like we've gained a unit and lost a unit at the same time. This helps Jedi Master Luke Skywalker reach his ultimate sooner while addressing long-standing tension between using a character's own abilities and inherited teachings. Yes, it does. Granting a bonus turn the first time inherited teachings is used allows players to engage with the mechanic more freely. In Grand Arena, the Omicron adds another layer of protection by granting stealth to non-tank Jedi allies that are damaged twice consecutively. I think it will help. I don't think it will be a massive, massive help. Because if you get marked by a Jedi Knight Revan, for example, stealth isn't going to help there. If you've got, buff immunity from something, it's not going to help there. If you've got shock, it's not going to help there. There's many ways to cut a cake. I want cake. All right. Inspiration. When playing with Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's team, inherited teachings is often ignored until the specials are used. Yeah, quite often. Leia helps him reach the ultimate much more quickly, and her kit presented an opportunity to revisit an area of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's kit that we wanted to strengthen for some time. Grand Arena Omicron adds a bit more bite to his transform state, giving him additional power where he previously lacked it. The bonus mechanics in the Grand Arena Omicron after JML transforms will only work if there are no other version of Luke present. Currently that includes CLS, Jedi Knight Luke, Luke Farmboy, and Stormtrooper Luke. I mean, realistically, you're not going to use most of these. It is a shame that we lose Jedi Knight Luke. That is a big loss. If we ever see a new version of Luke, we'll add it to the list. Closing thoughts. Designing Leia was a lot of fun and pressure, considering how long players have been asking for a JML lifter. I'm really excited to see what the player base does with this character, and I'm hoping you have much fun using a kit as we had developing it. I think it's a great kit. I think it's really great. I'm a little bit miffed by this loss of Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, but overall, it's a heavy lifter. It's a heavy lifter, and I think it will go a long way to improving JML massively. So this is one Conquest unit that you are really going to want. It's a GL Luke lifter, but also nerfs him by excluding Jedi Knight Luke. Yeah, but if we look at Zaft, if we look at the the net and the net gain over here, the net result, this is infinitely better than no Leia. Losing Jedi Knight Luke is still infinitely better than not using. Using the new Leia is still infinitely better than not using her and going with Jedi Knight Luke. Like, the team is still massively improved. And it only really impacts Grand Arena. Outside of Grand Arena, you can use Jedi Knight Luke with JML and still have tons of fun. I'm really excited. I want to take her to Relic 10. I'll be honest. My Luke is R10. So it'll be JML, Cal Kestis, this girl, Jedi Training Leia. Who else would we have in there? I mean, you can use characters like Shakti, you can still use Grandmaster Yoda, you can still use Hermit Yoda. There's a lot of heals, there's a lot of recovery, a lot of protection, a lot of ramping damage. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. I can't wait. Anyway, I know a lot of you have probably already seen this kit reveal. You've already read through it, but I want to know what your thoughts are. Please do let me know in the comments section down below. Like the video before you go, and I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.